Alright guys, let's jump into it. Sorry there was no videos yesterday. I've been looking into this Jeffrey Epstein rabbit hole of a situation. Even if I don't make a video, I'm still around. I am still watching and observing, so don't worry. And yes, Ellen, I have got all your 20 notifications from yesterday alone. God, that girl can notify. God, but I love you. Alright, let's jump into it. Let's deal with this rabbit hole, because did you know a lawyer that was overseeing the Deutsche Bank, I suppose is the easiest way of pronouncing it. I know I can't pronounce things. It's my ADD. But yeah, the judge that was overseeing that had just had her son killed and her father assassinated, or tried to be assassinated. Now, I have a lot of questions about this, and boy, am I thinking it's really, really weird. It's weird how supposedly the gunman then went and got rid of himself. He, it kind of ties up all the loose ends, doesn't it? We cannot really find out his motives, or if anybody paid him or bribed him or had dirt on him, encouraged him to do this in any shape or way. It's really weird how everybody just seems to self-terminate after they do these sort of acts. But let's jump into it. Let's not jump down any conspiracy holes that might get me banned from YouTube. But lawyer found dead in upstate New York may be linked to the New Jersey shooting at judge's house. So investigators examined the possible connection between New York City attorney and the New Jersey shooting of the home of Judge Esther Salas. Right, but before we sign that, Justice Esther Salas assigned to Epstein Deutsche Bank case 4 days before her husband and son was shot. Well, the son actually died, and the husband, I believe, is still recovering in hospital. But anyway, the son of the federal judge was killed and her husband injured when a gunman opened fire at their family home in New Jersey on Sunday night. So it's only just sort of happened the past day or two. New Jersey, New Jersey United States District Court Judge Esther Salas' 20-year-old son, Daniel Elder, was killed in the attack in the North Brunswick, New Jersey, by a suspect dressed in a FedEx uniform. Salah was not injured in the shooting. North Brunswick Mayor Francis Womack told ABC News that Allender died after being shot through the heart. Womack said the Salas received threats from time to time in the past, but she is not to believe to have received any recently. Police have yet to establish a motive for the shooting. I don't know. Maybe the case that she was given 4 days before this might have something to do with it. Just putting that out there. FBI said they are searching for one person in the connection to the attack. He's probably going to go and kill himself too, don't worry. The FBI is investigating a shooting that occurred at the home of Judge Esther Salas in North Brunswick Township, New Jersey, earlier this evening, July 19th, FBI Norwalk tweeted. So obviously they're asking for anyone that has any information that may be relevant. Call us on 1973-792-3001. It's unclear if the suspect was a worker or was disguised as one. I would say probably disguised is probably the easiest option there. So, on July 15th, this is the good part, 4 days before the shooting, Salas was assigned to the ongoing lawsuit brought by Deutsche Bank investors who claim the company made false and misleading statements about its anti-money laundering policies. The suit also alleged that the bank failed to properly monitor high-risk customers, including Jeffrey Epstein. Salas was nominated by President Barack Obama and was confirmed in 2011 for having previously served as a U.S. magistrate judge in New Jersey. Her most high-profile case in recent years was the sentencing of Real Housewife New Jersey reality TV star Tessa and Joe Gonnett for financial fraud charges. Salas allows the pair to serve the time in conservatively so one could raise their 4 children while the other was in jail. Messages of support have been sent to Salas' family after the attack. So I'm not really interested in what everybody else is saying. It's just condolences and blah, 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 right? Now here's the man suspect involved in the fatal shooting of the judge and son in the New Jersey was found dead in New York's Salas County on Monday afternoon, the FBI announced Monday evening. Roy Dean Hallander, a self-described anti-feminist, which is not entirely true, he was a men's rights activist, lawyer known for lawsuits challenging perceived infringements of men's rights, have been identified as the main suspect in the shooting of the U.S. District Court. According to officials and reports, the man had appeared before the judge in the past, the officials had said. Now, what they don't tell you is that he appeared before the judge 5 years ago. So let me get this straight. A male who appears before a judge waits 5 years to react his revenge on the evil judge that did him wrong and has absolutely nothing to do with the case that she received 3 or 4 days before the assassination of her son and attempted assassination of her husband. None whatsoever. If you think that, you're a conspiracy theorist. Right. Of the stories I believe, Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. We landed on the moon. And JFK was killed by a magic bullet. No, I mean a literally magic bullet, right? They got Harry Potter out to make magic bullets to kill Kennedy. That is more realistic to me than this anti-feminist male men's rights activist lawyer waiting 5 years to react revenge on the evil judge that did him wrong. I don't know about you, but if I had a judge that had done me wrong in court, I'm not saying the judge had or anything like that, but just give you the idea, I would wait 5 years before I got around to doing something about it. I would just sit there and stew for 5 years. Just really like, I really, really wish I could get that judge, but I've got to wait 5 years. I'll get her on the 5-year mark. Don't know why it won't be 3, 2, 1 the day after, 3 days after, or 4 or 5 days after maybe, but 5 years on that 5th year. Because, the internet won't go back and, if this was legitimate, the internet won't go back and find that I had a court case involved in this evil wench of a judge who did me wrong 5 years ago. No, I'm going to wait 5 years. 5 years. If only I could do something sooner. Had nothing to do with the fact that she was given a new case 4 or 5 days before this. Had nothing to do with the fact that case had a lot of big names attached to it. You imagine they get Jeffrey Epstein's financial banker on that stand. He starts naming names. Oh, no, it's not that at all. It's this evil wench that did me wrong 5 years ago. Really? Really, Queen? That's your story? And the worst part about it, the biggest thing that doesn't make sense, if I really wanted this judge gone, and I'd already killed her son, shot her husband, who's presumably dead, laying on the floor bleeding, or dying on the floor bleeding, I'm not going to go through and search the house looking for my target. Right? Because I can't be bothered. If I'm going to go and execute and self-terminate myself later down the track, which he supposedly is done, I'm not going to go and finish the job first. I'm not going to think, gee, I came here for a judge, but God, I really got a son and I really got a husband. Ah, that'll do. You gotta be kidding me, right? Does anybody else think that this is... Alright, so people are sitting there saying, why wouldn't they kill the judge? Because if you go after the judge, another judge gets assigned. Little fact. This case doesn't die if the judge dies, right? They could get someone else assigned to the case. And that someone else might be a bigger pit bull than this pit bull is. Like, don't get me wrong, this judge, she's got kahunas. She's got kahunas on kahunas, right? She's done some really... Oh, she's really gone after some people in the past. She's locked up cartel members. This judge has some balls. But here's the thing. Execute her son and attempt to kill her husband sends a very powerful message. We can get you. We can get someone to turn up your house on a Sunday dressed as a FedEx driver and get your husband or your son or both. Next time you're in court, and this case is in front of you, think real hard about what you're going to say. They execute the judge. Case is done, right? Someone else is going to come along. Then they're going to have to go and do the same thing to her or him, right? But this case, this way, the judge is still in play. She's now packing herself because they just killed her son and attempted to kill her husband. And now she's going to be a lot more cooperative to play ball. She's not going to go asking those tough questions. That would be my theory on the situation. It's a guess. We're just having spitballs idea, okay, YouTube? And that's what I think has happened. I don't think the judge was supposed to die in this situation. I think this situation, the son, the father, or both were the targets. Go after the families. Because if you go after the judge, and then there's going to be another judge. This way, the judge is still in play. Unless she recruits herself. But here's my question to a 20-year-old son. FedEx driver on a Sunday and you don't think this is a little bit weird? Really? FedEx comes to my house up on a Sunday. You better have 5 forms of ID and yeah. I got cameras on my house anyway, but you know what I mean. But my house has got more cameras than freaking NASA. Don't worry. They're all on the outside. Anybody tries this shit with me, you're going to be on candid camera. But at the end of the day, the fact is, Sunday, FedEx driver. Why would a FedEx driver be working on a Sunday? Now, I don't know. Maybe they work in the US. Maybe they work on Sundays. Someone in chat, let me know. Someone in the comments, let me know. Right? But to me, that's weird. There's no way Australia Post will work on a Sunday. We can't even get them to deliver mail 5 days a week because they've just recently cut it back to 3. We can't even get them to deliver it for 5 days a week, let alone a Saturday or a Sunday. So, yeah, that in itself is a little weird. But anyway, but yeah, and obviously at the end of the day, there's a lot of situations where, you know, obviously Jeffrey Epstein, sort of people involved with the Jeffrey Epstein seemingly meet and how do you say, die unexpectedly, self-terminate. There's a lot of self-terminations coming in around Jeffrey Epstein. There was his banker who died back in 2019, who supposedly hung himself. We actually have that story here. I've got to add it to the list. We'll put it up now. But yeah, Jeffrey Epstein's private banker at Deutsche and Citi found swinging from rope. Executive suicide before the FBI questioned him. So, let me get this straight. Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, supposedly. Jeffrey Epstein's private banker at Deutsche and Citi supposedly killed himself. We have a judge who was looking into the Deutsche and Citibank situation, who's had an assassin turn up to her house to kill her husband, or try and kill her husband and kill her son. We have Glenn Maxwell, who has been passed around like a $5 hooker on prom night, from judge to jail to jail to jail to jail, because they're worried about execution or assassination attempts on her. Do you think people might be a little concerned about what this girl might say? Do you think? Do you think that maybe there's some rich, high-profile people out there who maybe sold their house for Jeffrey Epstein for $1? And might be possibly worried. Let's see if I can find that story. Might be possibly worried that their names might get mentioned. So, here's an interesting story for you. Reid Hoffman, who's also admitted he's a financial ties with Epstein, is now dropping serious cash into the super PAC supporting Joe Biden. Oof. Now, the largest donation was $1 million from LinkedIn founder Reid Hoffman, who previously apologized for helping repair Epstein's reputation and for funding a pro-Democrat disinformation campaign in Alabama. Remember that one where they claimed that Russian bots and it wasn't? That one. So, yeah. You know, there's a lot of people who are connected with Epstein. He's not the only one. But, whew, yeah. Very interesting days ahead, isn't it? Yeah, makes you wonder. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. This will be the only video today, guys. I've got so much on my plate at the moment. I've just got off a radio interview, and I've done that. We were talking about Epstein. I might actually upload that over the next day or two, so you guys will be able to hear that. And apart from that, guys, obviously, yeah, it's just I'm monitoring a lot of stuff at the moment. But back tomorrow, hopefully with the full swing. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Jeffrey Epstein, suicide or self-termination with brackets? And what do you think about Glenn Maxwell? Do you reckon that she's going to self-terminate, or do you with brackets or non-brackets? I'm thinking brackets on that one, maybe too. Maybe why they're passing her around, like I said, like a hot potato. And what are your thoughts on the judge here? Do you think this was a warning? Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. All seriousness, my heart goes out to this judge. It sucks. It really, really does. Yeah. There's a reason why I don't put up my photo. Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Apart from that, guys, have a great night, enjoy yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.